Hello, dear followers of my channel, welcome. Kerem Bursin, what was your last request to Hande Erçel? All the details are in my news. Before continuing, don't forget to subscribe, open notifications and like. Don't miss my channel. The famous actor Kerem Bursin, who has recently been struggling with health problems, is going through difficult times with his wife Hande Erçel. Bursin, who had been receiving cancer treatment for a long time, experienced emotional moments as the hospital process became increasingly complicated. The handsome actor, who confessed that the treatment had left him exhausted and that he felt overwhelmed by the hospital environment, sincerely asked his wife Hande Erçel, "Take me home. I miss our home very much." Kerem Bursin's health has been one of the most talked about topics on the magazine's agenda for some time. While his fans pray for his recovery, his close circle and friends are trying their best to keep the famous actor's morale high. However, due to the prolonged hospital stay, continuous testing and intense treatment program, Bursin was psychologically exhausted. Hande Erçel is never separated from her husband. Not even for a moment. The beautiful actress, who tried her best to cheer up Kerem when he was feeling down, couldn't hold back her tears when she heard her husband's request. "Whenever you want, when the doctors allow it, I will take you home," Erçel said, and he began meeting with doctors to ensure that his wife could get away from the hospital environment for a while. After long months in the hospital room, Kerem Bursin wants to return home, where he feels more at peace. Bursin expressed that being in a hospital environment all the time wears her out even more. "I want to get out of here now and sleep in my own bed. I really miss having breakfast at home and sitting on our balcony," and made her husband experience emotional moments. Wanting to fulfill Kerem's wish, Hande Erçel plans to take him home for a short time with the doctor's permission. While doctors evaluate whether leaving the hospital would pose a health risk, Hande's greatest wish is for her husband to be a little happier and gain morale. Every new news about Kerem Bursin's health affects his fans deeply. While thousands of messages of support are being shared on social media with the hashtags #WeAreWithYouKerem and #GetWellKerem, fans are doing their best to provide moral support to the famous actor. It is often emphasized that Hande Erçel remained very strong and supported her husband during this process. Fans of the couple believe that they will overcome this difficult process together and hope to receive good news as soon as possible. Now the only question everyone is asking is, will the doctors allow Kerem to come home? Hande Erçel's greatest wish is to fulfill her husband's wish and take him home. However, since the state of health is more important than anything else, the doctor's decision is of great importance. Trying to overcome this difficult process together, Kerem Bursin and Hande Erçel continue to find encouragement with messages of support from their loved ones. We hope that the handsome actor recovers his health as soon as possible and returns to his home, which he missed so much, and to his days of peace with his wife. The expected decision of the doctors. Will Kerem be able to return home? After these emotional moments that Kerem Bursin shared with his wife Hande Erçel, everyone began to wait for news from the doctors. Kerem's desire to return home also began to make the doctors think. Despite the intensity of the treatment process, morale is known to be an important factor in the fight against the disease. Doctors are closely examining the famous actor's condition and evaluating whether they can allow him to return home, even for a short time. However, it is claimed that certain conditions must be met for Kerem to be released from the hospital. Considering the risk of infection and general health, options such as having special medical equipment at home and, if necessary, a medical team to go home with Kerem is on the agenda. Hande Erçel is in constant communication with doctors and is doing everything possible to ensure that her husband can stay away from the hospital environment, at least for a few days. I want to see a little happiness on his face, says Erçel and is using all available means to turn this wish into reality. Support from Kerem Bursin's family and friends during this process. Kerem Bursin's family and close friends continue to support him. His actor friends, managers and producers visit Kerem frequently to keep his morale high. Above all, messages and visits from old friends increase the motivation of the famous actor. Hande Erçel's family and friends do not hesitate to support her during this process. While they send him gifts to boost his morale and make him feel more comfortable in his room. Kıvanç Tatlıtuğ and his wife Başak Dizer are among the names who frequently visit the couple. Hande, who has never left Kerem's side since learning of his illness, tries to stay strong despite the emotional difficulties he is going through. Their loved ones believe that the couple's love and devotion to each other is the greatest strength in overcoming this difficult process. As the fight for Kerem Bursin's health continues, his fans continue to organize support campaigns for him on social media. Posts with the hashtag #WeAreWithYouKerem on Instagram and Twitter are spreading rapidly. His followers are impressed by Kerem's words, "I miss home a lot," and are preparing videos for him that include happy moments from the past. As the couple's old videos and interviews return to the agenda, these publications also give Hande Erçel morale. Fans try to cheer up the famous actor with messages like, "Kerem is strong, he will overcome this illness, Hande and Kerem will overcome everything together, we are eagerly waiting for the day he returns home." Now all eyes are on the doctor's news. Will Kerem's greatest wish come true? Will he be able to leave the hospital and return to the home he missed so much with his wife Hande Erçel? We will follow developments closely.